After months and months and months of waiting, November finally sees the release of Sony's next generation system, the PlayStation 5. Yep, you heard me right. That means that the PlayStation 5 will be available to buy on both the 12th and 19th of November, depending on your region, which means we no longer have any need for this. Goodbye, old friend. It's been fun.
Didn't do it, pal.
Wait, who said that? Huh. If it isn't the floating head of the CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment, Jim Ryan. Hi Jim Ryan, how's it going?
Why, aye man, Liam. There are still plenty of great experiences coming to the PlayStation 4 this month, like making the console far from obsolete.
Well, okay, floating head of the current CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment, Jim Ryan. You've convinced me. This bumper video of game releases will also include games for the PlayStation 4 alongside launch titles for the PlayStation 5. Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Liam from Push Square, here to bring you our list of the 14 best games releasing on both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 in November 2020. Before we start, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, it would really help us out. Do it. Do it.
First on our list we have Dirt 5, coming to the PlayStation 4 on the 6th of November. Featuring a mix of both new and returning features, Dirt 5 will include 10 colourful new locations, 12 vehicle classes, a bunch of car customisation options, fan favourite Gymkhana mode, and a track editor. It'll even include local multiplayer split screen for up to 4 players. I think it's fair to say that Dirt 5 is truly shaping up to be the ultimate off-road racing experience. Better yet, the game will also allow you to upgrade it to the superior PlayStation 5 version for free. The game's next-gen upgrade includes 4K and 120 frames per second display options, faster loading times, enhanced visuals, and support for the DualSense's haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. The PlayStation 5 version of the game will be available from the console's launch on both the 12th and the 19th of November, depending on your region. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered also speeds onto the PlayStation 4 on the 6th of November. Originally released on the PlayStation 3 all the way back in 2010 to critical acclaim, Hot Pursuit combines the chaotic action from developer Criterion's seminal Burnout series with the slick arcade racing that made Need for Speed a household name. This remaster includes enhanced visuals, cross-play multiplayer, as well as all of the original game's DLC. Upon its initial release, we awarded the game a 9 out of 10, praising its drift-heavy driving and inventive online features. Personally, this is my favourite racing game of all time, so it's fair to say I can't wait to revisit it on PlayStation 4. Next up we have Assassin's Creed Valhalla, launching on the PlayStation 4 on the 10th of November. Taking place in 9th century England, players assume the role of a ferocious Viking warrior as they attempt to conquer a fractured Britannia. Featuring the same satisfying RPG and combat mechanics found in both Origins and Odyssey, Valhalla will also include brand new features such as allowing players to build and improve their own Viking settlement. The game can also be upgraded to its PlayStation 5 version for free, allowing it to run in 4K at 60 frames per second. The PlayStation 5 version drops on the 12th of November alongside the system's launch. Also arriving on the 10th of November on the PlayStation 4, Fuser is the latest rhythm game by rock band developer Harmonix. Placing players in the role of a DJ, Fuser gives you the tools to create your own music mixes by selecting from the beats, melodies and vocals from hundreds of popular tracks. Basic gameplay sees you pairing, say, the vocals from Billie Eilish's Bad Guy with the melody from Carly Rae Jepsen's Call Me Maybe, along with the beat from Lizzo's Good as Hell, in order to appeal to your virtual festival crowd. That would probably be terrible now that I've said that out loud. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that Fuser looks highly inventive and could potentially be one of the most interesting titles Harmonix has ever developed. Planet Coaster also launches on the PlayStation 4 on the 10th of November. A theme park management simulator by the developers of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 and Jurassic Park Evolution, Planet Coaster allows players to design, construct, and manage the theme park of their dreams. Highly praised upon its original release on PC back in 2016, this console version of the game features a redesigned UI built with controllers in mind to make the tricky process of managing a theme park feel natural and intuitive. The game will also be available on the PlayStation 5 from the 12th and 19th of November, coinciding with the system's launch. PlayStation 4 players can upgrade their copy of the game for absolutely free. On the 12th of November, the PlayStation 5 finally launches in the US, Japan, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and South Korea. Players will be able to purchase both the standard and digital editions of the console, the system's innovative new controller, the DualSense, as well as a number of other official accessories including a HD camera, a DualSense charging station, a media remote, and a Pulse 3D wireless headset. For more detailed information about the system, its technical specs, and all of its brand new features, make sure to check out our dedicated video that covers everything you need to know about the PlayStation 5. The PS5 will come included with a free game, pre-installed on the system's hard drive. Astro's Playroom is a 3D platformer starring the titular Astro. Players can navigate worlds themed after the core features of the PlayStation's DualSense controller, demonstrating the pad's brand new functionality such as its haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. With plenty of hidden Easter eggs referencing previous PlayStation hardware and properties, Astro's Playroom looks set to be a delightful experience we can't wait to get our hands on. You know what? We're sick of talking about Bugsnax. It's time to finally play it instead when the game launches on the 12th of November on both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. Arriving on Snacktooth Island, players must find the missing explorer, Elizabeth Megafig, all while attempting to capture each of the 100 different species of Bugsnax that call the island home. Bugsnax are affronts to God, half food, half animal. These creatures can be fed to the island's inhabitants in order to physically mutate them in a process the game itself casually refers to as customization. Horrifying. Developed by Octodad creators Yun Horses, Bugsnax looks to carry on the team's penchant for bizarre and quirky experiences that endeavour to make you laugh out loud in delight. I've had the theme song in my head since June. I need it out of my head. I need it out of my head. A bona fide PlayStation 5 exclusive, Demon's Souls launches on both the 12th and 19th of November alongside the console itself. Originally released on the PlayStation 3 in 2009, this ultra-tough RPG from Dark Souls creator From Software is being brought to next gen by Bluepoint Games. Embarking on a quest to kill a dark being known as the Old One, players must defeat nightmarish creatures in order to save the kingdom of Boletaria. The first installment in what would eventually become known as the Soulsborne series, Demon's Souls, tasks you with overcoming challenging combat scenarios in order to make progress. The game looks simply stunning on PlayStation 5, taking advantage of the system's hardware to create an atmospheric RPG that showcases the console's possibilities. Fast loading means you can get back into the action after dying straight away, while haptic feedback and 3D audio help immerse you within the game's dark fantasy world. We can't wait to die and die and die and die and die. You get the point. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition launches on the 12th and 19th of November. A souped-up version of the game that released on PlayStation 4 last year, DMC 5 Special Edition comes packed with a bunch of fresh content, including a new playable character in the form of fan favourite Virgil. The game also includes support for the DualSense's various features and takes advantage of hardware benefits such as ray tracing and super fast loading times. The game can also be experienced in one of three display modes: 4K 30fps with ray tracing enabled, 1080p 60fps with ray tracing disabled, and 120fps for those with a compatible display. Godfall also launches exclusively on the PlayStation 5 on the 12th of November. An action RPG set in a bright fantasy world, Godfall is a self-described looter slasher. Designed with co-op in mind, Godfall will allow you and up to 2 pals to take on vicious enemies in an endless pursuit to discover better equipment for your armour-clad warrior. Featuring crunchy combat and gorgeous environments, Godfall may just be the third-person multiplayer action game you've been waiting for. Swinging onto both the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales launches on the 12th of November. Focusing this time around on Peter Parker's protege Miles Morales, the game allows players to explore a snow-covered New York rendered in striking fidelity. Caught in the middle of a conflict between 2 rival factions, Miles must utilise his brand new powers, such as his ability to turn invisible, in order to save the day. Taking full advantage of the system's hardware, the PlayStation 5 version of the game will feature support for the DualSense's haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, as well as ray tracing and instant loading times. The game will also utilise the console's Tempest 3D audio technology. Those who purchase the Ultimate Edition of the game will also receive access to Spider-Man Remastered, an enhanced version of the 2018 release that includes all of its DLC. Those who buy Miles Morales on the PlayStation 4 can upgrade to a PlayStation 5 version for free. They won't, however, receive a copy of Spider-Man Remastered if they buy it on PlayStation 4. Listen, it's a whole thing, right? We don't have time to get into it here. The Pathless, the latest game from Abzu developers Giant Squid, will also release on both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 on the 12th of November. As a nimble archer, players must shoot targets in order to maintain momentum as they swoop and soar around a vibrant open world. Alongside your trusty eagle, it's up to you to rid the world of the corrupted spirits that roam this vast terrain. With some puzzles to solve and plenty of secrets to find, the Pathless looks set to be an adventure as fulfilling as it is beautiful. Sackboy returns in Sackboy: A Big Adventure, releasing on both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 on the 12th of November. A standalone adventure, separate from the Little Big Planet series, Big Adventure sees the titular Sackboy embark on a mission to defeat the maniacal Vex before they transform Craftworld into a realm of nightmares. Playable alone or with 3 other friends, both locally and online, Sackboy's latest outing is a 3D platformer that features 6 gorgeous worlds to both explore and conquer. Thanks to the DualSense's haptic feedback functionality, PlayStation 5 players can feel the differences between surfaces as they guide Sackboy around the craftwork environments, with woolen floors feeling disparate to those made out of other materials. Sackboy: A Big Adventure looks to be a gorgeous game that's suitable for players of all ages, the perfect game to play with the whole family over the holiday period. Next up, we have Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, launching on both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 on the 13th of November. Set during the volatile geopolitical period of the 1980s, players will battle around the world alongside returning characters Mason and Woods in order to prevent a shadowy figure from enacting a conspiracy that could potentially destabilise the global balance of power. Alongside the campaign, players can duke it out in classic multiplayer matches, as well as lay waste to undead hordes in a brand new zombies experience. The game will also support crossplay across generations for those looking to play with friends who may not be ready to upgrade to Sony's new console just yet. Finally, on the 19th of November, the PlayStation 5 will launch across the rest of the world, including here in the UK. That means we'll have one whole week to quietly look out a window and reflect on the meaning of patience. Every night we'll rest our weary heads against our pillows and we'll dream of DualSense. We'll stand idly by the door, hoping, nay, praying that by some miracle our consoles will arrive a few days earlier. But on the 19th, we'll finally have our hands on the PlayStation 5. I genuinely can't wait, I'm so excited. That is a lot of great games. This was easily the most exciting version of this video I've made all year. What games will you be picking up on either the PlayStation 4 or the PlayStation 5 this month?
Get yourself down in that comment section and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider giving it a like and make sure to subscribe to Push Square for everything PlayStation and indeed PlayStation 5. Come along, floating head of current CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment Jim Ryan. It's time for me and you to take to the coast of Santorini in order to solve financial crimes.
Kalinik da pet, it's jail for you like...